time now to review headlines from today's newspapers. And as ever, I'll be handing over to you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Adefemi. And we've got a short time, so we'll try and manage this. We'll go straight into ThisDay on Saturday. The lead story here is about war.
Yep.
War in Osun as Oyetola, Adeoti battle for Apc'S Guber ticket today. Interesting that, one or two other newspapers also use the same, word, war in Osun. And war, indeed, it looks like, given what we have heard from our guest earlier today, a predecessor and a successor, sitting governor and a sitting minister, same party, but at loggerheads. It will be interesting, but let's hope that common sense will prevail and that there will be adequate security for the good citizens of Osun State. We do not know what the turnout will be, but we know that both seem to be on the ground, and it will be quite tough. Governor Abdulrazak of Kwara, of course, is heading the 7-man election supervision team, and he says it will be fair to all. On top of that, APC is set to postpone national convention by 2 weeks. Caretaker committee to meet president for approval. So it looks like February 26 is shaky after all.
Yes.
Additional 2 weeks has been requested, and it looks like, because no form has been sold yet, we'll see what comes out of that. It looks like the party prefers the consensus option. On the window, WHO names Nigeria among 6 African countries to receive technology. We've already dealt with that. And the lead on the strip below, doping. Blessing Okagbare gets 10 years ban. You'll find that on page 30. Sad news, but it looks like we knew that it will come to that, isn't it?
I mean, I thought it was quite shocking that first of all, 10 years. And, apparently it was 5 years for the failure of doping tests, anti-doping itself, and then another 5 years for a failure, they say, of her cooperation in their investigations. So she has come out on social media and says that her lawyers are working on it.
Are challenging it.
Yes, so
okay, so let's move on to The Guardian. You have
Thank you. Okay. So on the front cover of The Guardian on Saturday, we do have a picture of President Muhammadu Buhari, and the topic of discussion is the Electoral Amendment Bill. INEC are in dilemma as Buhari delays the assent of that bill. And, if you ask a few people, some may say that, this is just another example of kicking the can all the way down the road until it's time for the occupant, the number one occupant.
We know that if he does not sign by Tuesday, from what INEC is saying, it looks like it might affect the whole point of the Electoral Act, the amendment to it. And it means that we will have to stick with what already obtains, which is not the best for the country. But let's wait and see. Our president will return from Belgium.
Yes.
And then let's see if he will spring another last-minute surprise.
There is that too. Yeah, that is the main story.
Okay, let's move on quickly to Saturday Telegraph. The lead story there says, 2023, beg your pardon, Obasanjo, Lamido, others move to form new party. OBJ already told his people to be part of the new party. Promoters begin consultations among additional Kwakwanso ticket. It looks like when you form a new party, it's from the same old parties that you harvest membership. But let's see what happens. If the new Electoral Act, is signed, though, it means that you will not be able to register a new party for the 2023 election. It's only the 18 registered parties that will be there. You've taken the story about the tension in Osun. But an interesting story in today's Saturday Telegraph. Magodo Estate, Lagos heads to Supreme Court over settlement. What has happened is that the Sanwo-Olu government has found itself in the same juncture that the Akinwumi Ambode administration found itself in dealing with this issue in 2016, whereby the judgment creditors are unable to agree among themselves, and they're asking that the 549 plots that was awarded to them by the Supreme Court, they should have a global CFO, whereas the government says this land was given to you on the basis that you have got individuals up to that number. So let us know and have those who are entitled to those plots of land. Otherwise, you will have 3, 4, 5, 6 people, in control of the entire land. That's interesting, but the Supreme Court will have to decide again because Lagos State has approached a Supreme Court.